Oh, mate. Arsenal 2, Fulham 2, 100 minutes of football, and we couldn't get the best out of Fulham. Fulham went one man down, sending off, and we still couldn't get the best out of Fulham. Um, yeah, very frustrating watch. And, if there's one thing that I never really understand that you know, the players, the team, we do is kind of we score a goal, we go ahead, or we go one goal up or whatever, and we just take off all the pressure. Absolutely take off all the pressure. Why is that? Why can't we continue to do the things that we do and give it to teams? Like, kill them off, continue that pressure, continue mounting that intense momentum in order to get another breakthrough goal, get another two goals, and kill the game off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the post-match review for the Arsenal v Fulham game. And where do I even start, man? Listen, Mikel Arteta, he gave the game away. For me, that game was we didn't win that game because we need to understand what he wants to do with Havertz, man. This guy is having a zero impact in the game. He's got a little bit of technique, and that's it. I don't see nothing else at this moment in time, people. Please write down in the comments. Let me know what you see, if you see anything different. But for me, right now, as things stand, I don't see Havertz having any impact. So he starts Havertz. This is the third game week 3, and he started him. Obviously, this game he's taking him off because enough is enough. To the point where Havertz is having misplaced passes, and yes, he wasn't the only one, but it was calamity, man. It was calamity in the first half. So much calamity that you even saw calamity from Saka, someone who hardly makes mistakes and giving the ball away and things like that. Listen, the lineup, he continues. Mikel insists with this lineup of having Thomas Partey playing right back and then drifting into the midfield. We saw that is exactly the reason why we conceded a goal, because the system and the shape is becoming all very complicated. The players are not really trying to understand. Remember, this is a new system he's trying to implement with essentially new players as well. So it's always going to take its time. It's always going to, be difficult, and it's always going to have its downside and its bad moments. Clearly, you have to take that on board, and this is what we're seeing. But bro, 3 games in, and like, just let the players play in their natural position, please. The players that understand how to play in the positions that they've been playing for the best part of their time playing football. It's not that hard for you to do that, Mikel. Just let Thomas Partey, which is without fail of a doubt, he is our best midfielder, right? He is our best midfielder. Just let him play in the middle of the pitch. Stop making this guy play in wide areas where, yes, he can, do the job, but he doesn't want to be there. You can clearly tell, you can clearly see, and the team don't really understand where they're supposed to be. Rice, he wasn't as effective as he was previously against the game against Palace. He's just trying to do too much because maybe we didn't have uh Kivior there, and this time we've got Kivior there. I don't know. I don't know, right? But it's just like, and then you got Trossard. People have been dying out and crying out for Trossard to start. I think we saw the reasons why he's not starting yet, or he's probably not going to start because he wasn't effective. Yes, he was trying to come in deep at times and he was trying to affect the game, but you saw clearly why Leandro Trossard is not starting for Arsenal at the moment. He just doesn't, he's not that striker that we need, and he's not as, striker thinking, forward thinking. He is a midfielder at heart who is attacking and is an attacking threat and can come in last minute or last moment and kind of, get that position where he can score a goal. And maybe we kind of give him too much credit in a sense where we start to think he's a striker in a sense, but he didn't look like a striker to me in this game. I'll be honest and I'll be real. Yeah, man. Like, it's just like, why are we so not fluid? Why are we so rigid? Why are we so at home as well? So constrained to this backwards and lefts and left. I know we try to build slow. I know we try to build a possession. I know we're effectively trying to suffocate teams from being able to kind of like, just get this get any foothold in the game. I understand that that's Mikel Arteta's game or Mikel Arteta's overall sort of plan. But sometimes it's like, bro, do you know what I mean? Like, you need to spice it up a little bit. I think mm, I've reached a point where I can now safely say that Havertz needs to be dropped for the next game. I can safely say that we need to give Raya a debut in the Premier League. I don't care because yes, it was the first goal that we conceded, the goal that Fulham scored 1-0. Yes, it was Saka's fault, but at the same time, Ramsdale's positioning, it just didn't help him whatsoever. I know that ultimately it should be blamed on Saka because it was a poor and a heavy touch, but I think Ramsdale could have had more, should have and could have had more composure to be able to, just do better. He found himself in no man's land and he gave the attacking player all the invitation he needed to like just shoot Pereira. Like, what was that? That wasn't Pereira misshot the shot. It wasn't even a shot like that. But yeah, man, 3 games in, I'm not, and people are Arsenal fans. They do this thing where they focus on Man United. Oh, Man United's losing half time. Man United's losing half time. Well, Man United turned it around. Man United turned it around. And they won their game 3-2 and we drew. So our 100% record is now, of Premier League this season is now finished, is now done. And by Fulham, a team that we normally dispatch quite well and we normally dispatch with vigor and with conviction. Everyone was saying that this was going to be the game that you saw Arsenal, this system coming into its own, and we're going to play fluent and we're going to be potentially looking at 4-nillers and 5-nillers. That wasn't the case. We almost did not look like, and we created chances, but we was misplacing passes. We was not taking the chances, not scoring the goals, not actually um, even if we hit them on target. Martinelli, they would tame shots. Martinelli twice in the first half, Saka maybe twice as well. Odegaard, they were all tame shots that were straight to the keeper. Literally, they're just shooting straight to the keeper. You need to be more, um, you need to be more dynamic than that. You need to be more aggressive than that. If you want to win this league, if you want to compete for this league, that really wasn't it. Mikel needs to grab hold, and these are the type of things these are the type of games, the type of performances we see from Arsenal that give people like the likes of Lee Gunner, who's a famous critic of Mikel Arteta. It proves them right that maybe Mikel isn't the right guy to take us forward because we don't really see the strides of evolution in this team, which is now his team, his players that we want to see. This is a project, a process that's been happening for the last 2.5 years, and we still play very rigidly. We still play very weirdly at times. I know it's not going to be picture perfect every single game. I understand that. I get that. And I understand last season we had a splendid season. Don't get me wrong. We were playing fluid football and we were playing such free football. So why not do this? Why not? Like, why try to break something that's not broken or try to change something that's not broken, as they say? Keep this going. Keep that same system going. Zinchenko, I understand at times he's injured and you need to come up with changes. But as soon as you get him fit, just implement that. If he's good enough to be on the bench today and come on, and he made a great impact in the game. If it wasn't for Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, who looks like he's starting to come into his own now, slowly but surely. If it wasn't for Nketiah, these players that we berate or sometimes we call them sort of not good enough. Nketiah starting to prove me wrong as well, in the sense where, listen, I know he's always going to be a goal scorer. He's always going to score goals. It's just about sometimes where you get one chance as a striker in a game, in a big game, and you have to take that chance and you don't, or you do. That's the difference between a striker that's good enough for a big club and that's not good enough for a big club. But yeah, it's like, I get the fact that, you need to approach the argument with caution because there are many, many things that we have improved in many, many ways. We are a resilient side. We're very hard to beat. If you're going to come and beat Arsenal, you need to be extremely, almost perfect. even in your own ground at times, you know. And we need to be off our game for you to actually have some joy and beat us. So I'll give Mikel that. But it looks like he's a very, you know, he focuses a lot on midfield and defense. He doesn't really focus on the attack aspect of things. He's strikers, strike force and stuff. If you're a type of player that effectively, essentially, he's come to love you because of your attitude and because he's worked with you and so forth, he might give you a chance. I think that's where the Gabriel Jesus situation sort of came to play and came to be. Him joining Arsenal, mainly because of Mikel being the manager. But yeah, man, it's just like, look, you got to improve this. You know, you have to nip this in the bud, because I say that to say this: like, the next few games that are coming up now, this is when it starts to get a bit techie. Yeah, this is when it starts to get a bit, you know, you start to see what's really going on. And Man United, they've turned it around now. So I think it was what, one defeat, one draw, and one win, or one win, one draw, something like that. But you know, you're now going to start seeing these teams, big teams, you know, try to turn their form and get some sort of level of consistency. Uh, Sunday, the 3rd of September, you know, we are going to have the big game at the Emirates, 4:30, Manchester United. You know, coming off obviously a draw, they're coming off obviously a win. Like, we need to perform much better. We need to make sure that you know, we're locking down our style of play and our system from this point onwards in the training ground. We need to know exactly what we're gonna do, bro. We know we're not gonna have you in Timber. Cool. So that's done. That's dusted. 9 months out. Cool. Who's gonna replace you in Timber? And have that one person there. We know Kieran Tierney is going on to Real Sociedad. Wish him all the best. I think it's a big mistake of what we're doing. But Mikel, again, you know, you just kind of have to trust the process and kind of go with what he wants to do. We need to obviously bring money back into the club after buying decks and so forth. Cool. Say no more. Is it going to be Zinchenko? Is it going to be Kivior? What is going on there? Let's get Zinchenko in because he offers that extra. That's my personal preference. I know Kivior offers height and so forth, but I think he's just, you know, the other aspect of things in terms of offensively. And Arsenal want to be an offensive team. We want to be controlling possession. We want to be able to be consistently creating chances and scoring goals. We want to be an attacking, you know, even though he's an attacking manager, Mikel, sometimes it comes across very defensive, you know, very cautious on things. Um, so yeah, let's lock down that position, man. The players need to understand who's going to be there and how they can play and what type of way they need to play in conjunction to who's going to be playing there. Zinchenko, Kivior, is it Tomayasu? There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, give it to the main man. I think it's Zinchenko. Cool, say no more. If Zinchenko's performances are really bad, then you take him off and you put someone on. But for now, give someone a consistent run in that left back position. Midfield, do not tamper with it. Keep Party there. Bring back Gabriel. Like, stop playing these things. Stop doing these things. What is going on with Gabriel? Magalhaes, can someone explain to me? Is he leaving a club or is he not leaving a club? And if he is, please just get it done. Like, what is all of this suspense about? You know, he's not coming on. Like, he's just all crazy. Like, what is going on with Gabriel? Is it personal? Has he asked Mikel not to start games because he's headed somewhere else? Or what's happening? We need clarity on this. The fans need clarity so they can understand and they can kind of give that energy to the players, and they can give it back to us in performances. This is how it works. And I could tell, even, you know, not being at the Emirates, watching it from the comfort of my home, I can tell it was a very nervy sort of environment, nervy atmosphere. Yes, there were moments of volume, and yes, there were moments of, you know, great adulation and so forth, but you could tell, like, so many misplaced passes, so many gasps from the team, from the fans and from the crowds. You know, it's just not good to see. Like, let's understand that football is a simple game. Let's simplify the game. You're doing too much overthinking. When Pep does too much overthinking, look what happens. You're being like him right now. You know, you're just about becoming so much an overthinking type of manager that you're not seeing things with the clarity that they come with. You know, Nketiah is your striker when Jesus is not here. Cool, keep that. Trossard is not going to start, and if he starts, he's going to start maybe on a wing, replacing Martinelli or one of these guys. Like, come on, like, you started Trossard and look how ineffective he was because they already maybe used to playing with Nketiah. So now you have to stick to it until we get Jesus back. But yeah, listen, 2-2. Um, we need to buckle up our ideas, man. We really do. We need to start buckling up ideas. The game, in terms of possession, we controlled it. I'm not, you know, I want to see the game for what it is in terms of my eyes and so forth. I don't really like to go too much into stats. Um, overall, we control so much of the possession that it's actually ridiculous. It's actually to an extent embarrassing. You know, that we come out with a draw. Like when we hold so much possession of the ball, and Arsenal in classic Arsenal style, what do we do with it? Not much. Like, what do we do with it? Not much, bro. It's like Jesus Christ. Like, come on, look at this. 71% possession against 29 Fulham. And you got guys like Paulinho, is it Paulinho? You know, breaking free in a set piece corner for us to concede that 2-2, concede that equalizer from them is so poor. Everyone's so static in the mid area of the. It's like, how could you allow Paulinho to have so much space to get that ball and you know, go into the corner? Ramsdale nowhere to be seen, completely on the other side of the goal. It's just so poor. As you can see here as well on the screen, the other results as well. Everton losing at home to Wolves. Everton's in the mud. I think Everton, they're gonna get relegated this season, man. But look at this, Manchester United turning it around. This is what I'm trying to say. I knew they were gonna turn it around. Yes, with a little bit of help from a penalty, but it is what it is, man. I don't even want to focus too much on Man United because you know their fans are gonna start waffling and waffing. But yeah, man, it's just like Jesus Christ, man. Come on, Arsenal, please. You know, we need to keep pace with City, and this is not keeping pace with them. I don't want to go too hard on the team. It was like, listen, they, as I said before, Fulham, they dug deep. They dug really deep. You're looking at Tottenham on top of the table. It's like, what? Tottenham on top of the table, you know, with two good, solid performances, winning two games, like two good, solid performances, you know. Well, yeah, people, man, we need to do better because this is it. This is the beginning of the tricky run for us, for Arsenal. And we got Manchester United, 3rd of September, 4 o'clock, 4:30, kickoff at the Emirates. They're gonna come off, they're gonna come to us obviously with a win. We're gonna receive them with a draw. We need to do better. We need to do absolutely better. Look out for my video that I want to do, player rating separately to this. And yeah, man, that was my post-match review. Please like the video if you haven't. That was my honest opinion, Bucky's view. That was my view of the game. And yeah, let me know yours in the comments. Let me know yours by engaging and interacting with me. And we go from there, people, man. Player rating videos to come out, and I'll see you there. Peace.